Welcome, Voodoo Street Gangs, to Geek Salad's Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And please enjoy my background right now as we're having work done in my basement. And we don't have the couch I'd normally sit down on a review. So I'm upstairs in my bedroom, which is really the only other private place I can go talk about Predator 2.
What about the bathroom?
I'm not going in the bathroom. It's going to make it look like I'm on the toilet the entire time.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Predator 2.
Predator 2. Yeah, okay. So
I have a feeling that we're going to have very different opinions on this one.
I feel like you've already set that up. Yeah, I watched this movie 30 years ago, okay? Like 30 plus years ago when it first came released on VHS. And I really hated it. Went back, different, just I watch movies differently now. Still really did not like it. There was a lot about this movie that I don't want to say offended my sensibilities, but I can't think of another term to use. And outside of the subway scene, which I thought was actually really cool in the way it was filmed, because they pulled that directly from the Predator comic book. This movie is essentially, it's a typical late 80s, Joel Silver produced, which I know he didn't produce this one, but a Joel Silver produced action cop film just with a Predator in it.
This is a very flawed but still really fun movie for me. It really is. There's so many things that don't work for it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, for me, the sum of his parts equaled a fun movie when it really, there's no reason it should have been. This is a bunch of negatives that add into a plus.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Like, I was texting you when I was watching it, because, of course, I was watching this on the 4th of July, because what is there to celebrate now except the coming of the Predator? That the opening of this movie wants to be RoboCop so goddamn badly. It's like the streets are a war zone. There's no safe place to turn because, the stereotypical Mexican cartel guys with the, who all kind of have their own role to play, including like Double Uzi Man.
For
the longest time, I thought was Danny Trejo.
And he just like sticks his face in a pile of coke, the kind that like even Scarface would be very proud of that.
Whoa, you need to cut back, bro.
Right before he just decides to start going nuts.
Well, that's the thing, the bottomless Uzi trope.
Yeah.
It's only bottomless until it jams up. And we've had this conversation before about guns in movies. I think maybe on the podcast, but it's like the Uzi is this bottomless murder weapon that is only flawed when it jams. When in reality, Uzis might be possibly some of the worst rapid fire.
Whoa. Apparently we lost Andy for a second there. Okay. Sorry, that was very unexpected. Uzi's really not reliable. From what I've heard, they're not very accurate either. They kind of like just spray and pray that they find a bullet, that they find a target. Okay, there we go. There he is.
I knew what the hell happened. I must touch the wrong button.
Welcome back. I was just saying that, Uzis from what I've heard, I don't think they're tremendously accurate either.
They just wave it like a magic wand and boom, everybody's dead.
Yeah, it's kind of like a spray and pray that it finds something.
Right. I mean, the AKs that and I know nothing about guns, so come at me. Not really. That Arnold was using in the first movie. I mean, yeah, side holstered,
Yeah.
And that's I believe completely that he is more accurate with that than the Mendoza gang or whatever the hell they were calling them. Yeah. And it was just like, we're gonna do this, aren't we? And then after we're introduced to the Mexicans, then we're introduced to the Voodoo Boys.
Yeah, I think there were more accurate voodoo practitioners in 1980s, 1990s WWE.
Seriously, the voodoo priest in Child's Play was a more believable voodoo priest than King Voodoo or whatever the hell his
King
name was.
Willie.
King Willie, yeah. And then after that, we get our next series of the Warriors in the Subway Gang. And is this why this movie takes place in 1997? Just because we think in the next 7 years from this movie's from the release of this movie, which was released in 1990, that gang warfare was going to be that big of a deal?
And everyone in LA was going to be packing heat.
Oh my god! And again, part of what I enjoyed this time around was the subway scene. That was a nice little thing to
Yeah,
have on there. And not once did I think, oh wait, the predator's going to kill them too.
I do think it was kind of interesting the fact that Bill Paxton's characters was firing straight at him. I mean, when you had Predator point of view, the gun was pointed right at him,
Yeah,
and he managed to miss every single shot,
yeah.
even at
Oh
close range.
man, but by this point in 1990, the Bill Paxton trope had kind of like worn out its welcome.
Well, this at this point he'd been killed by the Terminator and the aliens,
He
so
has
this
been
was his
killed
trifecta.
by a Terminator, an
Yeah,
alien,
yeah,
and a Predator.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's got the trifecta.
yeah,
Um, I will say though, his character feels like when you first get introduced to him, he feels a lot like his character from Aliens,
yeah.
but by the end, it's like no, he actually will follow. He doesn't turn chicken shit like he did in Aliens. He actually, well, you turned
Yep.
off your camera.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's
Okay, all
I'm
right. I was
building this
hoping.
thing, so
I
it's
just
like,
didn't want it to be
yeah,
an accident. But
yep,
no. By the time he actually gets killed, he's actually a solid character.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
he had his,
he clearly when he was introduced, with his like all those bad jokes, he was like kind of trying to be the Shane Black character
yeah,
from the first one. But you know what? He was solid at the end.
yeah. Um, but again, it was almost like the same thing that happened in Aliens, where he was, he finally kind of just started like
Well,
firing it up.
yeah. I don't know about that because at the end of Aliens, he was still just kind of like firing blindly all over the places. You want to get some? You want to get some? No,
Yeah,
this guy was like, no, I'm gonna try and be a cop here.
right.
So I think he is similar, but if I had to choose between the two of them, which Bill Paxton I want to have my back in a firefight,
Yeah.
I'm choosing the Predator Bill Paxton over the Alien.
Okay. Um, the other members of Glover's Dead Meat Squad, Ruben Blades, who is just like unceremoniously dispatched very early in the movie.
Yeah, you know what? But I will say, I mean, for as little as time you got with him, he was actually I believe the friendship between him and Danny Glover.
I get the friendship between them, especially because cops. That's what they do. They carry a picture of their partner around with them
Yeah,
at all times. But by the way, I don't know if it's just what I did to my iPad. Is my face actually moving? Because I'm only looking at a.
I can't see. I right now I'm just seeing a black screen on you.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, great.
I'm hearing you
Um,
fine though.
yeah. Okay. Good.
Can you see me?
Yes, I'm fine. This
Okay,
whole
cool.
setup is just weird.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I feel like
and then
he.
you
I
had
mean, we didn't get enough of him other than okay, cop's partner. He's
yeah,
obviously gonna die. He's
and then
obviously
we
got a
had
picture of
Maria
him in his
Conchita
ball.
Alonso.
Jesus Christ! What drove me nuts about that was the plot convenience theater aspect of, well, we can't have the predator kill her. How do we get out of this one? Well, she could run away and hide from the predator, and that might make her look like a stronger character. No, how about if she's pregnant? Okay, where did that come in? Did she mention a relationship? I mean,
I,
I don't understand any of why we would just assume.
I didn't have an issue with it. I was kind of suspecting that maybe uh, uh, Ruben Blades' character might have been the
Yeah,
father, but I got no evidence
yeah.
to back that
I
up.
got I got nothing on that, and mainly is because it comes out of the blue. It's not like they at any point allude to, hey, you feeling okay? Yeah, I was a little sick this morning. Got a bit of a stomach ache.
Yeah,
Hey, your boyfriend or your husband is on the phone.
yeah,
None of that. As far as
that
I could tell, she was a dedicated cop.
that would have
Um,
made it a little bit better, but oh, I didn't really have an issue with it.
I just found it was, and apparently there was a bit of a subplot that got cut
I believe it.
in the final cut of the movie, but at the same time, it's almost like you can't introduce that just to get her out of the situation.
Well, I don't know because I think I don't have a really huge problem with it, mainly because a I like her character and glad she didn't die,
Yeah,
and b I thought that it really kind of helps hammer down the fact that the predator has a very strict code of honor,
right.
and
I understand that. That could
and
have easily been done with one of the people in the subway.
I mean, like, well, I mean, you also saw it right before with the kid in the
Yeah,
graveyard
yeah,
with he had the toy gun.
but it
Want
just
some candy?
it's just one of those things that just drove me nuts.
Yeah,
And I mean, Danny Glover was fine.
yeah. I think I would have. I no, I don't think I know I would have preferred a little bit more of an action star,
Yeah,
like 19 early 1990s. Maybe not Sylvester Stallone,
yeah,
but it might be too early for Jean Claude Van Damme.
yeah.
Although he would have been a really nice one to have in there.
You know
Um,
what? I feel like
if Cicerone here was he'd say Michael Dudikoff.
right. I mean, I appreciate the fact they didn't go with just another white guy,
Yeah,
but yeah, I I don't know. I mean, the movie really felt cobbled together. Busey's character just shows up, leaves. 45 minutes later, shows up again. Teeth enter the screen 15 minutes before he does.
um, and um, you know who they could have absolutely cut out of the movie and given more time to Maria Conchita Alonso's character,
Yeah.
Morton Downey Jr. He
Oh
served
my
no purpose in
God.
this movie whatsoever.
Well, I mean, he's the Thornburg from Die Hard.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything.
No, his
No,
purpose is that somebody's going to punch him out because we hate the media. That is what they were trying to say. There were a couple of
oh,
like true villains in yeah, I'm having some issues with my iPad. I might back out, come back in a second, but I need to
yeah,
complete my thought here. That between um tabloid TV reporters and police psychologists, there were no truer villains in the late 80s and early 90s than them.
yeah. I just if they made just some point of the plot connected with him in some way,
Yeah.
but literally he just shows up and annoys everybody, and we lost Andy again. Um, Maybe he's trying to get his camera working again, but yeah, no, he just shows up, annoys everybody, and then oh, there we go.
And
Hey, I can see you.
yeah. Um
Um, but yeah, no, he just shows up, annoys everybody, and then they leave or they punch him.
yeah,
The no bit of the plot connects to him in any point.
none. It doesn't. I mean, he's just kind of there to be like,
Morton Downey Jr.
well, yeah, exactly. I mean, get him now because he was dead in 11 years. So, um, I I don't know.
Um,
There's just a lot about it. Adam Baldwin too. I mean, Jesus Christ, how many like dudes that just turned out to be absolute pieces of shit are going to be in this movie? What
yeah,
purpose did Adam Baldwin serve in
Adam
this?
Baldwin is one of those guys where like I want to like him, but the more you look into him, the more you realize he is a gigantic piece of shit.
Oh God, yeah, he
He
is
he,
very
he,
problematic.
he originated the hashtag Gamergate, which was a horrendous, uh, just everybody trash talking on a single female
Yeah,
game developer because
yeah,
how dare she be a woman?
yeah. I know, you know, but then again, he's just taking out his anger of not being a real Baldwin out on everybody. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
um,
You know
yeah,
what?
seriously, what's that?
I want to get your opinion on something.
Yeah.
Just it seems like the Predator in this one is more of like a, I'm not going to say a rookie, but more of a juvenile compared to the one in the first one. The one in the first one seemed a little bit more trained, a little bit more um, experienced.
Um, I didn't see that more than I saw that this one was more tech savvy. Did we? Um,
Yeah, he definitely had more toys and all the bad CGI that went along with it.
this one definitely had more toys. Now again, I've always kind of heard the theory that they go to Earth as kind of like their first hunt. It's not for the seasoned predators. It's for the, you know, kind of like the young. I mean, who are still also going to be 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
Um,
I do find it kind of odd the fact that they in both the first one and this one they mentioned that he comes when it's really unnaturally hot,
yeah,
and
that
I'm
makes
just thinking
sense.
that no, it doesn't make sense for me because I'm like they see not by infrared, they see heat.
Yeah,
Infrared and heat are two different things, but whatever.
yeah,
So if it's really hot, wouldn't that make it so it's harder to see people because
that's a
there's
good
more
point.
radiant heat around?
Why does that happen? Because I failed physics. Um, it's yeah. I mean, I understand, you know, like the actual necessity of the predator itself, kind of needing that. Maybe that's what their home planet is like. That they are, because I haven't seen predators,
Yeah,
so I don't know when they go to the home planet if it is like a tropical hot.
I also like after after he loses his mask,
Mm.
he actually has to have that rebreather on there for a
Yeah.
bit. That's a cool little detail.
Well, it is a nice detail too that you know that they can't last long without that helmet on. That's why they're
Yeah,
constantly wearing the helmet and not just look badass.
which they do.
They do.
Yeah.
I think the other thing too that this movie introduced was that there's a world outside of just what we're watching right now between the xenomorph skull,
Hmm.
which do they have skulls or are they an exoskeleton?
Apparently, they have skulls.
Apparently they do. That and then giving them the 18th century flint musket. Uh,
Which was cool, but also that had to have been described afterwards because who has like who back in like 1715 was like, I've got my pistol here. I'm going to describe my name and the year on it right now.
yeah, exactly.
But I thought the idea behind it was cool. The fact that the other predators like, all right, you won this time.
Yep, you won this time. We won't kill you.
Yeah,
Just leave.
yeah. And
Just
bet
leave.
you
Hey guys, I dropped something down here. Well, I can't see it underneath all this dry ice. Why the hell do we even have this in here?
and also when Gary Busey said that that self destruct thing in the first Predator leveled the equivalent of 300 city blocks. No, it did not.
Sure, it did.
there's no way if it was doubled that much time. There's no way Arnold's going
Dutch
to run
never
away
got
that
out of
quick.
there. Yeah, Dutch would have never gotten out of there.
No, if Dutch would have been incinerated.
Right, exactly. The thing was custom built back then. The blacksmith was proud of his work. Oh, that's true. It might not have been the owners. It might have been the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the blacksmith's gun.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole lot there, but we will never see that story.
No.
Yeah, c'est
You
la
know,
vie.
like I said, there's a lot to not like in this movie, but for some reason, I still had a lot of fun with it,
Yeah.
especially in the second half of it.
The second half. So here's a weird thing about this movie too. This is one of those movies that like took forever to end.
Mm.
Oh my god! It's like, okay, you've got him. You're injured. Oh, there he goes into that old lady's bathroom.
Yeah, like once, well, yeah, once King Willie gets killed,
Yeah,
that part, the first part of the movie is like, yeah, it's fine, it's cool, whatever. But after King Willie gets killed, and you get like you're no longer dealing with all the gangs,
yeah,
like, okay, now it's kind of finding its rhythm. Now it feels a little bit more.
yeah, yeah. I can see that. Um, because I mean, once they start focusing on just the predator, after the subway, it is just the predator we are focused on.
Yeah,
Um,
and Gary Busey trying to
oh my god,
find everything.
kill it with fire. Yeah, seriously, it's like, okay, yeah. So your men, you know, he's got the drop on your men, and you do nothing.
And
Um,
this was about 2 years after his bicycle accident, wasn't it?
exactly, exactly. But hey, I'm from the government. I'm naturally evil.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Kill
hunt
it
down
with
that tree
fire.
next.
No, kill it with ice. They were killing with ice. They had their ice rays. Versus
My money's on the blacksmith, honestly.
exactly. I can already see the poster though. He's got like his hammer and like the tongs on one side, and the predator's got like that disc thing, his disc man, and
In a
the
spear.
spiky things.
Another reason why I think that this uh, this predator was a little more of a juvenile
Yeah,
is in that final fight. Yeah, he only has one arm, but Danny Glover is holding his own against him. Where in the first one, that guy was just wiping the floor with Arnold.
yeah,
It's like, no, if Arnold was in this fight, I don't think it says once. I don't think the Predator is going to be winning as easily.
right, right. Um, the So here's an interesting little tidbit too. I was like looking at the cast list and everything, and I'm like, okay, noticing names and everything, and it's like in that first scene we're introduced to the Voodoo Gang, and there's like a woman who is stark naked in it. I'm like,
Hmm.
now that's kind of a ballsy career move. And then I was like, okay, who was that? Oh, it's Terry Weigel. Okay, yeah, porn star. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Hey, we did get Kent McCord.
It wasn't Kim McCord. Help me out.
That was his um uh
Oh,
Danny
like
Glover's boss.
his captain, yeah.
Yeah.
Also his captain in the Lethal Weapon movies.
Honestly, I just whenever Kent McCord shows up, I just always love him.
Oh, okay.
He actually played um John Crichton's father in Farscape.
Oh, okay. I never watched Farscape, so
Oh,
sorry, missed out on that
recommend
one.
it. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. All right.
Both I and Catherine would agree.
Okay. Yes, I know Catherine would agree as well. I mean, the Alan Silvestri score, like I said about the first one, it's there. It
Yeah,
definitely is trying to do heavier lifting than is necessary. Which, okay, it's Silvestri, so I guess I'm cool with it. But
yeah. It's still Sylvester. I think still trying to find his music, his tune.
I mean, he's been working for a while though, so it's not like, I mean, for God's sakes, he did Back to the Future.
Shit, he did.
He did do Back.
He
He
did a
did most
fantastic
of
job.
Robert Zemeckis's, if not all of Robert Zemeckis's stuff.
Wow, 'cause I honestly, I forgot that he went back that far because I mean, this one in Predator, they were fine, but they were nothing special. But his Back to the
No,
Future score is
oh, it's
like,
fantastic.
yeah, it's
It's
one of the all time greats.
yeah. Um, it is interesting. I mean, they were able to get top shelf musical talent for it. Um, it is interesting. I was reading about like so McTiernan wanted $2 million to direct this one, so they told him to go pound sand, and then so they got Stephen Hopkins, who apparently was really good at working under very tight circumstances. If I'm not mistaken, I think the trivia on IMDb said that they filmed this whole thing in like 28 days.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it. And you know what? I don't mind the fact that they dropped McTiernan because that allowed McTiernan to do Hunt for October.
Yeah, that's very true. He went on to make the infinitely superior movie earlier in the year.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, overall, I'm glad you liked it. I really am. I just there was just something about this that evoked way. I mean, the thing with the original Predator was there was a lot of the Arnold tropes in the movie, but it
yeah,
still was able to stand out on its own, as a good Arnold Schwarzenegger movie usually does.
yeah,
What his best movies are usually his sci-fi action, Running Man, Total Recall. This leaned so hard into a bunch of tropes that, like, you know, if they had had Danny Glover say I'm too old for this shit, I wouldn't be one bit shocked. Um, it's just
yeah.
everything. This was a cop procedural that just happened to have a 7 foot tall killing machine in it.
Yeah, I mean, with the first Predator, like you had hints of the Predator, but you didn't really get him until like maybe 40 minutes into the movie.
Right.
This one, they're like, you know what? Everyone knows what they're coming to see. We're going with Predator from scene one, day
Yep.
one, and we're going to follow him all the way through.
Yep.
And that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. So.
It fit. I thought.
Yeah. No, that's all I got to say about this movie. I don't know about you. You got any
Yeah, no,
final
I'm good.
thoughts?
I'm
All
good.
right. Cool. Well, that was Predator 2. Um, Hobo Films, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for everybody who's joining us on the live feed or on the Predator Be Like, I'm transparent for this, too transparent for this shit. Um, is it just me or does the blood remind you of like when you break open a glow stick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, more Predator come this month. But
yeah.
we want to
We're
know
gonna
what are
jump
your
forward about 20 years,
thoughts?
though.
What's that?
We're gonna jump forward about 20 years.
More than
Oh yeah, 30 years actually.
30, 32. Do the
Yeah.
math, folks. That's our secret hint. um, so yeah,
Yes.
awesome. So we will be discussing that one next week, probably on Thursday. I hope to be back in my regular studio, hopefully. And wait, Mike, we actually. Oh, I'll talk to you later about that. But we yeah. So also, thanks for joining. If you enjoy what you saw here, subscribe, thumbs up, helps us in the algorithm. You know that this is YouTube. You know the drill. You don't need us two content creators telling you what everybody else tells you to do. You know what to do. Subscribe for the love of God. Also, Mike and I host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You can check that out wherever you get your podcasts. We have an
That-
episode coming up very soon. We had our live
yes.
stream on it last week.
Yeah,
So
and
hopefully the
I
next week or
and I
two we
definitely
will.
need to get it edited real soon because I can't switch over to my new computer, which I just got, until I get finished editing the old episode.
All right, excellent. Well, hopefully we'll get that pretty soon then.
Yes.
Um, and also, we want to know what are your thoughts on Predator 2? Where does it rank in your in your rankings of Predator movies? You can leave a polite comment below, and we will be back next week with another episode. If you want to follow us on the socials, because I almost forgot that, we are on Facebook at Geek Salad Podcast and on Blue Sky at geeksaladradio.bsky. And just follow our musings there. So until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
Go forth and be nerdful. Talk to you later.
Get to